You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. 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 Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request. You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon. Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Surely that little girl must be leaving soon.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Leaving soon.
Good morning. Looks like you're awake. Yep, yep. I prepared some breakfast today. It's nice to have... Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. And Paimon bets they're all delicious. Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night. Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. Oh, We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you. Oh, anyway, let's go. Oh, before you leave, be sure to...
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine, I'm not. The Elazar patients have recovered.
It seems once Irminsul...
Yes, but there are still some. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Sino got his position back.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me, but
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't
he visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No,
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Sino? He didn't...
Perhaps. Or...
Come to think of it, Sino doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast. You and Kale are both...
Kale has taken over. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured, and his condition is... Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest. When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again. As a result, work has increased for the Forest Ranger.
That sounds really...
There's nothing we can do, really. But that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two...
Ah, right!
You've recovered well. You may...
Yay! Someone needs assistance.
Well, there won't be any
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here.
Oh, it'll...
Hey, Nilu! Traveler, Paimon! We got your letter, so here we are! You're the best. Huh? Oh, yeah. I had...
Look, I get it. Nilu is Sumeru's number one.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dinner, because Paimon thinks...
That's right. We all think Nilu is an absolute favorite. Master Zubair, let's have a vote for the most outstanding...
Nonsense. But in...
Ooh, good idea.
There's always a lot going on at the... Yeah. And Traveler and Paimon, could you... If for some reason they didn't Yeah, we can also check out how As for Sino, I'm not too sure. As for Dunyarzad... Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. seen Alhaitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Alhaitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhaitham has gone to the House of Dana, but you're already the second group of people I've seen look.
Oh? Who else was...
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You... Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip.
No way.
Ah.
Alhaitham should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there!
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Ksharawar. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
Huh. What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you... See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see. Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand. Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a... Hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Hey, Haytham.
Oh, it's you two.
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her?
Letter?
Nilu said she...
If she addressed the letter, I've been busy these days.
Have you always been so busy?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia...
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of...
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established this. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attack. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the...
Yes. Normally, new sages...
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the academia. But I refused.
Huh? But... why? Ugh.
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs. And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for fun.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars, which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway.
All right, I'll see you there.
Someone needs assistance. This is Port Ormos. Now where could...
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Dinyarzad! It's been so
I'm doing well. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got?
Yeah!
That's right.
Why do you still call me?
I guess I'm...
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
When I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as...
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna...
I want to take a risky job.
Huh? But...
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I guess I still... Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
We just came from talking with all...
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the...
What?
I heard that Azar and his...
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last I'll hate them probably just like the way I worked and knew I'm...
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Sino might actually agree and let you become a Matra. Because you're super
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Sino. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up...
Even if being a mercenary...
A lion has to...
I don't want to see you go, but...
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not once the whole dendro... But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me.
Huh? But wait a sec...
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick...
So, have you been...
Oh,
She heard that you were...
Huh. It was probably... My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes.
right. And we tend to leave quite early in the mornings.
So what it really sounds like is...
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go.
No wonder there was...
Sorry to make you...
It must be something important.
Yes! She said that...
Great!
Count me in too. But is there some sort of...
Since it's being organized by Nilou, I don't think she'll be too picky about that.
All right, then this is...
The feast will be held in...
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh! By the way, do you happen to know where Sino and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra...
Oh.
But last time we met, as for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only... Don't mention it. You...
All right, on to our next... It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village. Ah, there's Sino!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
Mm-hmm, and Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And, Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
All right, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Ataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please, where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Sitaria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sitaria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sitaria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful, so much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Yep, the numbers are correct.
Unauthorized personnel are prohibited from entering the warehouse.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
Yep, the numbers are correct.
Unauthorized personnel are prohibited from entering the warehouse.
Yep, the numbers
Leave
are
it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What exactly is it? I didn't quite catch your request.
Unauthorized personnel are prohibited from entering the warehouse.